DOD security mapping charts, other similarities, support. Okay, this is what I wanted. Support. This is what the DOD 52 Department of Defense Directive 5240.01, support of civil authorities, sheriff department, local police, FEMA, or civilian law enforcement, your local police, the guy that stopped you from going through a red light speeding, agencies conducted in accordance with DOD. So they give you another set of numbers, including when such support is provided by defense intelligence components, units, personnel, or assists. They need help. We got to bring the National Guard in, we got to bring the Marines in, we got to bring the Army in. So if they come up under fire, they're going to fire back. The use of animals in DOD concluded and supported reserves development, tests, and evaluation, including experimentation or training conducted in accordance with another DOD directive. The use of animals. They make robotic animals. It's gonna get bad out here, man. Jacob's trouble. You're gonna have military killing civilians. All they have to do is assess a threat. Oh, he was a threat. I thought he had a gun. I thought he had a bomb in his car. Jacob's trouble. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. 2 Ezra chapter 16. So the ones of you that have been lollygagging and BSing, and especially the ones of you that turn your back on this truth, you're going to be caught out there. You are going to be caught out there, and all of you are going to take that chip.
A prophet, if you're a watchman, these are things to go into. Talk about it. Bring it up.
He said, the elder said, if ye be a watchman, meaning if you be a prophet, if you're a watchman, you're going to be watching and you're going to be telling. You're going to be learning, you're going to be reading Habakkuk 2, and you're going to be telling. You're not going to read and put the coin in a napkin, so to speak, and hide it and bury it. You're not going to you're not a prophet. You're not a prophet. If you're lukewarm, you're going to be. Let me just say this before closing. Back in One West days, I had 50 to 52 men in the camp. Every last one of them 50, 52 men, they all went back into the world except for two. Apostle Gabar and Bishop Nathaniel. Those are the only two that are still in the truth. Because, we get on IUIC, but they are in the truth. They just don't have the whole 100% truth. They can never say that. You'll never hear Nate say, I got 100% truth. He would never say that. Never make that statement. He can easily be cut. But those were the only two. The rest of them are back in the world. Some of them are dead. Some of them are old. Some of them dropped dead. Some of them are sick. Some of them are cool. Some of them went back to the church. Some of them became Muslims. Some of them are black conscious. And guess what? All of them that remain that are living, when they put the chip out there, they're going to take that chip. They're going to take it. Trust me. They're going to take that chip. And they're going to get caught up in Jacob's trouble, and they're going to die here in America. And if they make it past the chip, they make it past Jacob's trouble, they ain't going to make it past the missiles, because they're not going to have sense enough in the spiritual sense to leave the country. This motherfucking place is done. This motherfucking place is done. The least of the flock shall draw them out. They're going to lead Babylon into that war, and they're going to be destroyed. But the chip has to come first.
Oh.
You got to get the chip before you're dipped.
Because Esau, he's coming with that indignation, man. He's coming with that.
And that's all right. We want him to come with that indignation. We want to get some of our heads chopped off. Get ready for that. Get ready to get your head chopped off by a guillotine. The lamb that came up with two horns that spake as a dragon, we're in that time right now. You know?
Fiery breathing inner.
Revelation 12:12. They shall come down among you having great wrath because they know they have a short time. The elite know that they're going into captivity. So they're fighting like hell not to go into captivity. But you're fighting against us, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You can't fight them. They made you. They're more powerful than you.
Energy that he had back then. You know, he's going to come in as a flood. And we know eventually, you know, he's going to come for the men of the Lord, because it tells you that in 2nd Esdras as well, the 16th chapter, about how it's going to be an insurrection against they that fear the Lord. You know, the kindling wrath of a multitude. You know, so all we have to do is continue to you know, have faith, of course. All right. And the Lord said, you know, be of good cheer. I overcame the world. All right. So even though trouble is going to come, we're going to be saved out of it. Lord willing, we are the elect. But the rest of our people, you just forget it, man. All right. So anyway, like I said, it was just an impromptu. I'm just off the top of the head. Didn't have obviously I didn't have the scriptures on me, but you know, the point was made. But read further into that, man. All right, you got a lot of people going into it, breaking it down with that authorization, what it actually means, and also the Alien Act, the Insurrection Act. All right, so they coming out with all these things now because they preparing for something, and it's all planned out. Because like the scriptures say in Micah, you know, they work iniquity on their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand, and they understand the power of law. All they have to do is just sign it with the stroke of a pen.
Let me go to that Micah. I believe that's Micah 2, if I'm not mistaken. Micah 2, I believe. You just quoted it. Let me do this. Yep. So woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. That's the super elite. The super elite. Let me go to the NLT. What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans. You raise at dawn and hurry to carry them out. That's the illuminated ones. Simply because you have the power to do so. When you want a piece of land, Hawaii, North Carolina, weather machine, that's what they're talking about, HARP, you find a way to seize it. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence. You cheat a man of his property. That's what they're doing, stealing his family's and that $750 that Kamala gave off to the people, I said, no, I don't want it. I'm good. First of all, your house is gone, your car is gone, half of your family is gone. Maybe you're the only survivor. You have absolutely nothing but the clothes on your back. And they're going to give you $750? That's like getting your arm cut off by a machine and somebody offering you a Band-Aid. That's an embarrassment. But she didn't give it to you. She loaned it to you. And if you don't pay it back, how you going to pay it back? You have nothing. You have nothing. How you going to pay it back? They're going to give you a time limit to pay it. You got a month to pay it back. Where you going to go to get the money from? If you don't pay it back, you look at the fact check me. It says they're going to take your house, your car, your this, your that, even whatever you got, they're going to take, which is not much. So this is a diabolical demon. But guess what? Trump is a diabolical demon too. They're two demons on either side. Satan against Satan. That's all it is. Satan against Satan. Whoever gets in, like I said, everybody's waiting with bated breath, or how the saying goes, for November 5th. And it might be some shit, oh, we don't know who's going to win. It's so close. We got to do a recount. So it might be the end of December before you find out. And people, and you dummies in America deal with this bullshit, man. I remember back in the day, I'm getting ready to close. I remember back in the day, you had presidents say, you knew 9 o'clock at night, the new president-elect is such and such. LBJ. The new president-elect is JFK. The new president-elect is Nixon. You know that shit? We got to recount. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the results, and we got to do this, and we don't know what to do. We got to go to the Supreme Court. That happened during the time of Baby Bush and what's this guy, Gore. Where they had to go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court had to decide who became the president, not by no counts. And every president after that is always some controversy. Oh, it's neck and neck. It's close. Back in the day, them things wasn't close. You already knew who was going to be the president months before they became the president. There's a term, polarity. And if you overwhelmingly, beat another opponent, it's called a landslide. He won by a landslide. All right? So anyway, I know I went long.
So they could frame all this mischief by law. Okay? So Lord willing, y'all will edify them and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And until the next lesson, I say, Shalom.
Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, with that.